So I previously covered the winning deck list from an American regional, and it's an archetype that I really, really enjoyed in best of one, and I was really happy to see it in best of three, obviously, because I don't know, I haven't been seeing it a lot recently, so it's kind of cool to see it actually winning a tournament and proving that there is something here to maybe explore on ladder on MTG Arena, because obviously the metagame is going to be a little bit different on Arena and in a tournament. But essentially, I wanted to pick it up, play it on ladder, figure out how to improve it for specifically climbing up to Mythic, or if you're already in Mythic, probably that would apply as well. So basically, just ladder in general. The metagame is going to be a little bit different, obviously, and you're going to need a lot more tech cards for specific matchups. You're going to need to figure out what your bad matchups are because you're going to be facing like the most popular deck on MTG Arena right now. I think is still Grixis. You still have to figure out how to beat that deck because honestly, this archetype is not that good in the mirror. It really isn't. When I say mirror, I meant Grixis versus this. It's kind of the same dynamic, just kind of a Rakdos mirror, but they have very good tech cards for the matchups, and they're just naturally good, and those are just counter spells. So them having blue, Appraiser, and counter magic, the two blue spells that they have, well, that they're primarily playing for the color blue, are really good cards in this matchup. Like really, really good. Appraiser being able to get Atraxa from the graveyard, and counter magic being able to counter your cruelty or hardcast Atraxa. Okay, so their main deck I found to be really good. I'm really happy with their main deck so far. I don't think there's that much to really move around except for exactly Plaza of Heroes. Plaza of Heroes, that has been fantastic for me. It's honestly been really, really good, but I'm very scared of the time when I can't cast Brotherhood's End because of it, so I'm definitely considering going down to 2. It's still something I'm playtesting with. I've not gotten screwed by it yet, so I'm kind of okay with 3, but I feel like I have to like maybe tone it down by 1 just for consistency's sake. We'll see. I don't know. So far, it's been really good. I'm not going to touch it until it screws me over. But yeah, essentially the only thing I changed was I cut a Bankbuster for a Go for the Throat, because not having an answer for Shield Red consistently I found to be a really huge problem, especially in a deck that's playing a decent amount of pain lands and has a lot of tap lands. You're going to take a lot more damage than you'd want to. And when your opponent slams that Shield Red, or maybe they have Atraxa as well if you're in a mirror match, or they have bigger creatures, you really, really need to take those out because they're pretty much the only spells that can compete with Atraxa in terms of like dealing enough damage before Atraxa really has time to gain value or connect face. So if they play a shield on 4, you really have to remove it, and that's why I added another Go for the Throw for the Bankbuster. I felt like this deck has so much card advantage. There's no way you need another Bankbuster, and I'm definitely considering cutting one in the sideboard as well. I have not found any use for like that much card advantage, but I know that the card is really useful in specific matchups, so I was a little bit reluctant to actually just cut an extra one. But basically it's until I find a sideboard card that I really want to play over Bankbuster. And so far, the biggest candidate for that slot is probably Unlicensed Hearse. There were 0 hearses in that list, and I quickly found out while playing on ladder that playing without a hearse is just not possible, I think, on MTG Arena. You have to have at least one. That's why I'm considering a second one instead of another Bankbuster. But I felt like I really needed this for the Grixis matchup, and then whatever other like Reanimator mirrors, or if you face like mono blue, which is not like the main reason to play this, but I'm just saying there are more decks out there that you can use this against, but it's mostly for those 2 matchups that I mentioned first. Also, another thing that I felt like the deck lacked was more cards that are really good against Grixis, because as I mentioned before, I think that matchup is really bad, and Lily is pretty much the biggest advantage you can gain without dipping into blue, and this deck can't really go into blue that hard, I think. I mean, it could, but I don't know. I'll test that maybe later, but I feel like the Rakdos shell is so tight that I don't want to add another color and more lands that are that color just to play counter magic. So essentially we're kind of locked into playing Lily, which is going to be a really good card against Invoke because it eats part of Invoke. It's able to compete 1-to-1 with Fable because they play Fable, you play Lily, you sack their token, and then you get to tick up and potentially tick down again. So you're essentially gaining enough value to compete with the Fable on the play, and that's pretty much the only card that can do this in standard for 3 mana. So really, really good to have an extra one. And I felt like the list that they were running was just not good against Grixis, and that was something that had to be solved. We've got 4 duress, and I think I did not touch anything else, honestly. Oh yeah, I did cut the Grixis command for the hearse, I think, or Lily. I can't remember exactly. But yeah, Obliterating Bolt has been okay. So far, it always felt worse than another Flame Blast Bolt. Flame Blast Bolt has been good, but I'm not sure about Obliterating Bolts. I think I might run a second Flame Blast Bolt because it has been really good against Planeswalkers. It has been really good against the 3/1, the artifact thing. That card has surprised me. I keep forgetting that it exists. Let's see. Go into I forget the name of the card, but that recurring creature. Wait, where is it? Should be a 2-drop, right? Is it not in colorless? Oh, whoops. Oh man. I think it's called Transmogrant. Transmog. It is, okay. Is this, can you find this in colorless or is it only in black? Oh, it is in black. Okay, it's that's weird that it would count as a black spell when it's no cause. Weird. Okay, anyways. This card has been a menace, so it can return really easily in this deck. You have like almost no basics, and you need to exile it. And Flame Blast Bolt is really good against that. Really, really good. I think there's a match that you'll see today where I did manage to exile it, and that was really solid, and that convinced me that there's probably some merit to playing Flame Blast Bolts. Also, I added a Sokenzan instead of a mountain. I don't feel like there's that much land destruction, and I feel like the 1/1 haste actually does matter when you're playing cards like Shield Red. Sometimes you need a tiny bit more damage to like finish things off. But yeah, that is honestly about it. I did not touch much else, and I find the deck to be really solid, except against Grixis. So honestly, if I can't find a way to like make the Grixis matchup that much better, I don't know. As a Reanimator deck, I think it is pretty close. Like the matchup is not like horrible, but it does feel pretty bad. Although hardcasting Atraxa does help with that, because usually they'll just counter your cruelty, and then you might get to like 2 more mana plus Atraxa. It's really hard to compete with like Invoke. But yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if there's I might get it to a point where I feel really good about running this, but facing Grixis over and over does make this deck lose a little bit of value, I think, in terms of pure competitive viability on ladder. But yeah, anyways, that's gonna do it. Enjoy the games. All right. Okay, reasonable. 26 lands, relatively high odds. Even worst case scenario, I play turn 2 Harvester into Duress and Blood Token. It's a really good hand otherwise. I'm definitely thinking about potentially playing a hearse. Like only having Graveyard Trespasser as an answer to decks like Mono Blue that you can face sometimes, or other Reanimator decks won't feel too good probably. Okay, this is not too bad. All right. All right. I have to make it so to shield it on curve, I think. Ooh. Well, good thing no, I can't let them have Lily. Yeah, no, not with an underdog. There's no way. That's the ultimate combination that will just crush me immediately. This is not that bad, all things considered. Wonder if, yeah, I should keep Lily. Uh-oh. Lily plus doesn't sound too bad. I don't really care about killing that at this point, and Braid is not very useful.
When I win, you drop it.
Good thing I didn't Lily plus on 3, because they would have discarded underdog and I would have lost. We'll still get to discard 1 card.
Watch it.
I'm going to discard Shield Red and search for... Let's see what they do.
You won't be outsmarting.
search for another copy. I'm very healthy here. And if they don't find Invoke, I'll be in a really good position.
This isn't how things were supposed to go.
That's really unfortunate. That's worse. Actually, no, they have to discard too. That's not too bad. I thought it was worse than it actually is. It's not bad. And drawing that is quite good, actually. It's not a can't sack the shield. Okay, that was a really, really good draw for them. In terms of like, you know, either they find the land and then it's okay, or they find Lily, which is the second best thing, right? So it was land or Lily.
I've always hated crowds.
Sure. Now, unfortunately, they have a stack again. Can I get anything here? Search for cut down, cast it, attack, they minus. I would be giving them underdog. What about just minus? So chapter 3 direct for Atsushi? Then they minus it anyways. Probably correct. Get to look at top 2 again. Just don't get the attack. And I did lose one Atraxa, but now I'm getting closer to the mana where I can actually use it, so. Yeah, Lily is a nightmare. Really difficult. Okay. The dragon pulling things off, huh? Cool. I guess Bolt is pretty useful here. As well as Flame Blast. Interesting. This is probably the very specific matchup where both Bolts and Flame Blast Bolts, wait, they're both called Bolts, are actually useful because they have Lilies, they have Underdog. Wonder if I keep Brothers, and I think it's okay. Hey, borrow. Wonder if they play. I should probably play another Braid. I don't know if Flame Blast Bolt is worth it. Wait, I have too many cards. Okay, a Braid is no. Maybe a Braid is just not supposed to be in the deck. Because sure, they can have Bankbuster, but I also need things to deal with Shield Red too, so I can't just play this much removal. And I have Lily already. I guess I have Lily for Shield Red. Also, a card like Burn Down is pretty interesting against Rakdos. Very difficult. Actually, Lily is not like super, super good. It's fine, but the underdogs are scaring me a little bit. I might cut in a track, so I'll keep the cruelties. And I will probably cut Bankbuster. I want the Brotherhood's on just in case things get out of hand early. It's probably Bankbuster. As much as I don't want to say it. Bankbuster's really, really good in this matchup. I feel like I need a hearse. I definitely would want a hearse in this matchup. Mulliganing against a potential duress opener is scary. This could end terribly for me though. But I don't know. I feel like mulliganing against Rakdos is a losing game, especially on the draw. But I already have a low chance of winning anyways. I just have to hope they don't have 2-drop, 3-drop. If they do, I kind of have to top deck something. I think they have Harvester and Underdog. Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, I definitely need hers. Hopefully no 3-drop. Yeah. Keeping that into Flood and no duress for my opponent is not great. Probably just over. I have no counterplay for that. Oh my god, that's yeah, this is where not having Curse hurts me too much. Still winnable, but not great. At this point, my only play is to just hope they don't have Invoke, and then I discard a Trex on a land, and then I play Reanimation. But even then, at this point, I'm facing down Double Fable on the play, and they just drew free cards. Yeah, that's probably just...
my home, and I don't appreciate it when people touch my things. Haven't you ever heard of personal space?
I don't have the mana. I need Brother's End. Very unfortunate matchup, really. Not many people are playing this many graveyard things. I guess Lily is actually not very good in this case. Facing down Razor Lash, and I just have to play without it. Just gamble a little bit more on the Traxa, maybe. Could definitely see myself playing Shieldred. I have to like gamble a little bit more on creatures, I think. I don't have any ideas. I don't even remember the cards. We'll see what happens when I get into early access here. Having more early game removal would be decent. But I guess I have Harvester to kind of act like that. I think I have to play more Brother's End because Lily is kind of farming me. I guess I probably don't play this. I mean, maybe I should still play Shieldred.
Oh my god!
Thanks for the sub. I'm tuning in for you. Something's got to go. If I had to guess, it probably would have to be a Traxa. I just need cards that can deal with Lily and other creatures at the same time. Just get duressed, I lose, right? But Mulligan, again, the same problem. Like, mulliganing against a Lily duress deck is not very good. I can just cycle these, I guess. Do I have more blue or more green? Blue. Well, they didn't have duress last game. I don't know. I already have 5 mana, but having blue on the board is probably good. I have to dodge duress one more turn. Seems like I'm just every time I keep a high land count hand, I just keep drawing lands. Even still, the last game I drew 0 spells, I think, until it's too late. Like 4 turns, just land. Hopefully this is not a repeat of that game. But if this resolves, I think we have a pretty good chance because I'll be able to get rid of some flooding. Okay. That's not great for me, but whatever. They get rid of the token free. But I get a guaranteed redraw. Only problem is I can't really deal with Lily. It's always the problem, I guess. Swear I really need Brotherhood's End if they play it and they minus. They've had it every game so far. I hope they don't have it this time. Okay. It's probably a good sign, right? I don't want to be facing down Lily. I doubt I'm cycling this. It's not a... whatever. Maybe I redraw lands. Yeah, it would be kind of scary. That is not great. Wonder if Ob is actually that bad though. I don't think Bankbuster is a problem though. Early access starts tomorrow? I don't know. Tomorrow or 2 days from now. So basically, I'm releasing this vid tomorrow. It'll be that day, the day this vid comes out. Doesn't seem that good. Yeah, but if I don't draw those, then it's gonna kill me. Bankbuster doesn't do anything. So I can dig and then upkeep Atraxa. I guess that's pretty good. And they can't really destroy. I mean, they could destroy if they find another invoke. That would be unfortunate. Oh, good luck to me. If this works, then I'm probably good to go. They've already used one invoke. Their odds of having a second are not super high. And they need a land as well. So 2 specific cards can really screw me over. Anything else, though? Yes, that's good. That's very good. That's just minus a card. And now I know they can't cast invoke for sure. But they can destroy a track, so I would use most of their turn. I would be able to redraw a lot here. Ooh, tap land. That's pretty annoying though. I get to redraw. I guess I get to hold up Plaza, which is... Ooh, that's exactly why I have those. Okay, never mind. I guess we're just not protecting Atraxa then. Just have too many cards in hand. Pretty sure I can find another one. Sorcery... Creature, Artifact, Flame Blast Bolts, that... Good haul. I don't really care if they kill Atraxa, I think. Rather just keep pumping mana, I'll just find another one eventually. It's unfortunate I didn't find another one off that, but... Okay. Mildly annoying. Also pretty annoying. That is awkward. I wish I had Hearse, man. If I just had one Hearse, make this a lot easier. But I have Flameless Bolt, I guess. And they didn't take it. So. Not too bad. So I hold up 5 mana, go double Bank Buster. Bolts. I was scared of Brotherhood's End, but I doubt they would play it against me. They really don't have any reason to. Alright, that's just burn down. Not too much of a choice. I have one more Brotherhood's End, maybe I can find that. Still not in the best spot though. Okay, I guess that'll have to do. I'll just cast that next turn. This is okay. Got the guaranteed life here. Might trade a Bank Buster. I don't need the card advantage. I probably will. If they... Yeah, I probably will. Oh, maybe not. Okay, if I was... I don't know. I guess I can take the damage, right? Yeah, that's fine. I'll take 4. Just hold this to... Sack to invoke, I guess. They play invoke, I go bam. Krowz sack. It's actually so good that you can hardcast the tracks on this deck. It is so good. And then when you get like way into the late game, the Plaza really starts to push its push your advantage as well. Okay, I said I was not doing it, so I'm definitely not doing it. One thing that is a little bit scary is Shield Red, but I have 9 mana and can easily get a go for the throat here. I have not used a single one yet. Okay, I am not happy about that. That might be worst case scenario. I guess it'll never deal direct damage, just the devils are kind of annoying. I still have one Brotherhood's End.
Go sow some chaos.
Wow, that's pretty good. I guess those weird cards are kind of proving themselves. Another Atraxa sounds decent. I don't think grabbing Trespasser makes much sense. I'd rather grab Harvester. The better target than Harvester, I think. Just in case like they exile everything and have no choice, I can grab their Trespasser. It's kind of weird that this is like the only matchup where these cards are really, really relevant. It's like a Rakdos graveyard thing. But I do like the Flame Blast Bolt just because it's very, very strong against specifically that artifact thing. That's something I was not considering when I thought about the card. I do think Obliterating Bolt is maybe overkill. Could just be another Flame Blast Bolt, really, in that case.
Your punishment is my
I'm
entertainment.
really not sure I need any card advantage at this point. So I'll just be discarding every day. And I have multiple things to sacrifice to invoke, so it's looking really good, yeah. Okay. Just outvalue them. I mean, they're basically playing the same kind of deck. A little bit more aggressive, but way less late game power. No counter spells because no Grixis. Alright, I see Fable. I keep hand. Grixis is a really bad matchup. Which is why I'm surprised this deck even exists in the first place, really. But I guess there weren't many Grixis players in the tournament, potentially. I don't know. Like, this matchup is really bad. But it's a little bit better than certain builds because of the potential hardcast of Atraxa. Makes it a little bit easier to manage in some cases. But it's still not a good matchup. That's why I wanted more lilies in the deck overall. Could just grab Atraxa. I can also see myself just grabbing another one. I just grab another one. Just in case they get rid of it. Although I am in danger of dying. I guess taking 6 is probably maybe a little bit scary. Just have to hope they don't have it, essentially. But they do. Ah, they have Serpent. That's even worse. Oh, then I got punished for not chapter winning, but there's no way I can play around that, really. Ah, this game's over. Too much damage. No removal spell. Yeah, this matchup, especially if they're playing Serpent, is really, really bad. Tough one. Really, really tough. Yeah, I think I definitely play that over Field red. I think I cut Brotherhood Sun for another one. Yeah, it's a rough matchup. Good hand up. Definitely have to like bank on Lily and Duress to really carry. Oh boy. This is just tough. Yep, this matchup. That's all I'm gonna say. This matchup. Whoever draws most lands naturally kind of wins. That's about it. I like player on make disappear. Gonna have to let them praise her. So one turn they tap out though, so in a way it's an opportunity, one that I have to take. Play Atsushi and hope it's enough. No land though. Play around that, I need a land. They need a land too though. Okay, they found tap land, that's good. Okay. Still no land for me though. Unfortunate.
When I win, you'll take up. One of your friends has to leave.
Very unfortunate. I wonder how much longer this game's gonna go, because I could just dig. I don't think it's very smart though. Basic Island, wow. Yeah, that's to be expected. Mana for sure. Traxa will be good, so maybe I just don't know why I keep that. Guess I could have played that. Play this out still, just so I can cast a Traxa anytime I find it, and they did discard a counter spell. Alright, so don't really have that many things that can deal with that. And that as well. I don't want to take damage here, I really don't. But I think I have to. Okay. Oh, I didn't activate hers. Whoops. I did not keep a brother's end. That was my mistake. I forgot you're always supposed to keep one. Yeah, this game. I guess I could hardcast the tracks. I don't know. Nah, even then. This matchup is just terrible. Honestly, I would probably just never play this second best of 3 just because Grixis exists and the matchup is really, really bad. Atsushi helps a tiny bit, but I don't know. But what I mean. Oh man. Grixis matchup is so bad. At least my hand is good, but still. Okay, alright. Well, if they're doing that, then it is what it is. I feel like you almost want to play 3 Atsushi and like 1 Shield Red. This card is really important in this matchup. Getting the extra mana. Oh, it's domain. Okay. Unexpected, but I'm way happier to see this than what I thought they were playing. Interesting. I mean, the plus is completely worthless, so I should just go for the 2 into grab another one into grab a Traxa. Even though I won't get... It's so awkward. Actually, I could just grab a Traxa and pray. I think I'll do it. I'll do it. I'm working towards it anyways. It's probably fine. I don't want to have like nothing to get. And if they deal with this, they can't deal with this. So in a way, I'm willing to take that risk. Yeah, because I can hardcast. It's the only reason I'm willing to do this. Okay, well they're just kind of done. Never mind, they have to. Smart, kinda, but no, that's smart. It's really unfortunate. Still kind of fine, I guess, but not great. I do need to find land.
A fight? And you think you can win?
That was really unfortunate. They found 3 leyline binding. Feels like domain control. It's find leyline binding or kind of lose the early game too hard that you just can't recover. It seems like when they have all the leyline bindings, it's really hard to beat. Well, I'm probably still fine. I think they found it off the top too because they drew first. I don't care if this dies, so I'm gonna deal with this. The treasure is more relevant than anything here. They're still at technically 4, which is good. And if they get baited into attacking, yeah, that's good. So
Whatever.
yeah, this is fine. I have shield red as well. I guess they could have counter spell. That would be bad. Not like I have a choice. Can't have 2 counter spells, right? Okay. Good. Good. Sure. Good, good. Alright, pretty good. I'm happy with that. Actually, I should have grabbed the untap lands. 3 HP. Still dead to Atraxa. Untap land into Farewell could be a thing. Just cast a second one. It's actually a little bit annoying if they do Farewell or Sweeper because they still have the Fable popping the next turn. Okay, that would not kill Traxa. Okay. I haven't seen that card in a while. I don't really see a reason to play it over Depop. Sure. That leaves up Harvester, which is good. Not great. I think casting Atraxa is the better play here. In case they also cast it. That way I have a 7/7 and then I just win if I find any removal. Untap land. Ooh, Sokenzan is really interesting, but I think I really like this. No. I should always grab this. Maybe I should grab Sokenzan in this case. I don't need the mana, right? Yeah, Shelly will be annoying, but it'll be annoying after... Actually, it was kind of annoying there. I forgot they have chapter 2. You're right. Maybe I should have considered that. Just felt like having the 7/7 on the board is pretty good. But I completely forgot about the loot. In that case, I think that does change things, and that does make it better to potentially cast Shelly. Also, I would not have to discard as much, but... I don't know if that's a huge deal or not. I think it's fine. I don't really care. Just the threat of the 7/7 I think is relevant, but preventing the looting is definitely relevant as well against domain. Okay. Interesting. I don't know why they attacked this. Even then I probably had to win, but I could have done cut down, go for the throat shield red, I think. Okay, Shelly is decent in this matchup, but okay, they have this, they have this, they have Reckoner Bankbuster. They have Unleash. Very interesting. I think I'll definitely leave at least one burn down in case they find a way to hit the herd migration. I'll have something to search for potentially to come back. And since it doubles as haste, I think that's totally reasonable. One cut. Do like this. Do like Shieldred in this matchup. Although I don't think it's... Actually, it really depends if they're playing Counterspell or not. Bankbuster I like a lot too, but... I don't think I need that many go for the throats. Actually, Atsushi is really bad. Depends. Exile, I mean, I guess I haven't seen that much Exile. I've seen just the bindings. Probably just play one. I'm not sure about Lily either, but it seems like it would be. It depends. Okay, Lily is either really good or bad. It depends if they have Bankbuster or not. If they have Bankbuster, I think it's bad. But it's like the only clean answer to Fable I have, so I don't think I can get rid of that. Although I do want my third Bankbuster. I don't know. Bankbuster in the draw is not necessarily that good either way. The main thing I'm questioning is the Atsushi. I feel like the Atsushi is maybe not good. Like, do I even need it? Not really. I probably do want the third Banquister over Atsushi. I think that was probably the cut. Most reasonable thing to swap out here. If I could catch a Bankbuster here, would be nice. Honestly, I don't even think Stone Brain is good at all. They'd have to spend 2 turns doing it. That's a really good draw. I think I can just win with Shield Red and their Atraxa. So this actually doesn't do anything. It's only just costing them a card and 4 mana, allowing me to curve out better. Now, if they take Cruelty, that's a different story. Wonder if they'll do that. Oh, okay, yeah. Not too good. It might not even be good at all, honestly, because I don't have one in hand, so it's not like it's deleting a card in my hand. Oh no, then I would redraw anyways. Although Archangel Wrath is definitely a really good card in this matchup because it gets rid of a lot. I feel like they should name Cruelty every time anyways. I would tend to agree, but that probably means they're not playing counterspells, so they kind of told me they don't play counterspells. That's annoying. Oh wait, that's not annoying at all. I figured I could just take it. Yeah, they should definitely name Cruelty, I agree. Like, their goal is to bury me under ramp and a quick card advantage, so they can get to Atraxa earlier than I can most of the time. And this disrupts their creatures as well. Like, in this case with Archangel, that's a no-brainer, I think. Without Archangel, you can kind of question it, but... if they had... Okay, so they have to 2-for-1 themselves. This is just fantastic. Yeah. Really good. Good thing I kept like one Atsushi just in case. I got like... It's kind of weird. I accidentally played around Stone Brain by playing another creature. Like, even though I think I would have cut Atsushi. I mean, I would replace it with Bankbuster, which can also attack, but not as efficient. Facing down Unleash and stuff. If you enjoy my content and would like to help me keep making it, consider joining my Patreon, where you'll gain access to a bunch of bonus videos, written sideboard guides, metagame tier lists, so for standard best of 3, for example, ranking all the decks, some game theory guides, as well as deck building guides, and other services depending on the tier, of course. Thank you to all the lovely patrons that are already subscribed, and I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I will see you all in the next one.